Hey, welcome back to Dudes Doing Business. My name is David. I'm here with Madison. Hi, Madison.
Hey there, Dave.
Where's Joe? Glaring lack of Joe right now.
Joe is on vacay in Denver, and apparently he forgot that we were recording it. This has been a total clusterfuck. We didn't even realize that we had a guest this morning, and Joe didn't realize that we were recording it at 8. But here we are.
Yeah, it's Monday morning. We can pull back the curtain and tell people right now, at this time that you are hearing it, we are recording this at roughly 8:15 a.m.
Central
Standard Time. Yeah, but sometimes these are our best pods, at least the feedback I've seen. But let's introduce our guest right now. Joining us in the flesh, the man himself, Will deFries.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for doing this on 30 minutes notice.
Hey, no problem. I mean, I got a text late last night from Dave saying, "Hey, are you on a DDB tomorrow?" I was like, "I can be."
Here you are.
Yep, showed up.
Yeah, that's good, man. We're glad we caught you when you're in the office.
Oh, but yeah, okay, all right.
What are you doing with this outfit? I know people can't see it.
So I'm a little confused because it's supposed to get up to about 75 today, and I'm wearing a vest, a pullover, and jeans because it's freezing outside.
Well, you've got like a hunting vest on, or like very outdoorsy. It's but it's over top of what looks like an athleisure pullover.
Yes.
With some just fucking denim.
Like I said, it's cold outside today. I was not I almost wore shorts today knowing that it was going to be 75 at some point, but when I was walking out the door, I saw that it was 45 degrees.
I guess I'm not really talking about the level of clothing. I'm talking about the style of clothing is all over the place.
When you have to pull an audible
with fucking Yeezys too.
When you pull an audible, you put on whatever's available.
Well, it's working. Whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, you got onto this podcast somehow, so
That's big.
Did you get a haircut?
I did.
Oh,
You didn't notice when we were golfing the other day because I had a hat on.
Hey, Madison, you should know I took all these motherfuckers' money on Saturday. I won like $14.
It was in a game of Wolf.
Wolf, yeah, three-man Wolf. Micah.
3-man Wolf. Okay.
Yeah, it started late. We kept forgetting when to start it. We just kept playing.
We started on hole 5.
Started on hole 5. Micah doesn't have a microphone, does he? Oh yeah, hey, pop on, Mike. Let's talk about what Micah wore. I just want to get this out so people know. So we played Saturday morning. It was legitimately, when we teed off, what, 50?
Crisp 55
It was a
degrees.
crisp 55. There was at least a 10 to 15 mile an hour breeze. Micah's out there, Patagonia baggies,
Which you can get on manoutfitters.com.
which you can get on manoutfitters.com. And mainly ankle socks. San Antonio Spurs ankle socks.
Oh, they weren't ankle socks, Dave.
Were they higher than that?
Yeah, they were
Calf socks?
mid-highs.
They were middies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do swim trunks to the golf course unless you're
shirtless in Florida.
Exactly.
Well,
I
go
disagree. And it's actually Will deFries' fault. He's the man who turned me on to baggies, and that's what I play exclusively in. And, I'm prepared for the hate. The 5-inch baggies are a different kind of look.
It's a pretty big stretch to blame Will for your...
I looked fresh out there. When I go golfing, I make sure I get an outfit going. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to wear baggies. I've only worn baggies golfing once, and it was at a very relaxed golf course with Dave.
Well, we should be, and that was my point. We should be clear. We played the local Muni here, of which I'm a regular, and we're not trying to dress to impress anyone.
Micah is a regular.
The cart girl.
Because I went out there yesterday to chip and putt because I was not happy with my short game, and I saw Micah wearing the exact same damn thing, different polo,
Different baggies.
Thank God. But yeah,
And it was a different polo, too.
Lions, it was Lions, right? Lions is a special Muni though. It's not your typical Muni. It's got a lot of heritage. Austin heritage.
There's dogs out there. So
Oh,
that's
there's a
one
lot
thing.
of dogs.
What? Like big dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a place that the local politicians and whatnot will go.
no, he meant actual dogs.
No, okay. Wait.
No, I meant like people are out there with their dogs.
Oh, with their dogs.
Yeah, Will was talking about heritage breeds.
Okay, because
But there are big dogs out there, Crenshaw and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say that it's a hot spot for Austin big dogs and apparently people that play with their dogs.
I don't want to meet Ben Crenshaw wearing a swimsuit. if I'm on
Right.
Hey, come on, Micah.
I know Ben Crenshaw, and I'm not afraid to see him.
Oh, God.
That was my point exactly.
There's also some heritage there.
It's a muni, but it's a special muni, and you probably want to put a little bit of thought into your personal presentation when going to play a course like Lions in Austin. But you do you, Micah.
You have to have respect for the game. Dressing the game down is not having respect for it, Micah.
Yeah.
And this isn't just coming from us.
I wasn't expecting that.
Apparently, Dave was getting blown up with hate.
Yeah, Micah, you were all over my Snapchat, and you were getting so much blowback because of what you wore that Dylan posted an Instagram yesterday that had nothing to do with any of us in here. It was just him at his ranch hitting a drive, and somebody commented about your trash outfit on that. Like, Dylan didn't play golf with us. It's somehow bled into other people's Instagrams. That's how much blowback you're getting.
Now, this isn't intended to just attack Micah.
No.
This isn't the Monday morning Micah roast.
But maybe just
That's a new thing.
Maybe just something to contemplate for future outfit choices.
Well, I'll just say I was head to toe in Man Outfitters gear, and I felt like $1 million.
I respect.
So
that.
I'm a comfort kind of guy, comfort over everything, and I had a great time playing with you guys. I'm glad that you guys came out, and congratulations to Dave for winning.
Just a comfort-seeking bastard.
You know what I did with the winnings? I donated it to a GoFundMe last night.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You bought PF Chang's.
No, I didn't. I donated it to a good cause, a dog cause. One of my friends who lives in Austin, Jenny, she stumbled upon a dog that had been hit by a car in Houston, and I won't get into it, but the dog's at the vet, and it's not her dog. They don't know whose it is, but it's pregnant. And she posted a thing, and it said, link in bio, GoFundMe. So I donated a little bit of coin.
You're
so
a
is
good
this
man,
is this
Dave.
why you declined my cash when I tried to hand you the $6 in cash that I owed you?
I just knew that cash. I told you why I declined the cash, and I don't want to get into it here, but I did decline the cash.
I tried to hand Dave a 5 and a 1, and he pushed my hand away and said, "No, can you Venmo me, please?" It's like, okay.
It's 2017.
Cash
bro.
is king, man.
It's a cashless society.
What?
I actually needed that later, though. I was actually glad. I had to valet later that day, and I never have cash on me.
Let's talk about Sober January. How's that going for you, Will?
I fell off the wagon Saturday
And Sunday.
and Sunday. Yeah.
We should, sorry to interrupt, before we get into Will's Sober January, we should probably explain who Will deFries is to the people
Who the
who aren't
fuck are
familiar
you?
with him.
What do you do here besides dress like this?
I'm a writer full-time for
Senior writer.
Senior writer for postgradproblems.com.
Not senior.
I've written 2 things for TFM as well, so you could say I'm published elsewhere.
Anything for TSM?
No, I don't think I've ever written anything for TSM.
Oh, weird.
I've been published on there. My answers to questions have been published on there, per Veronica.
You're a contributor then.
But, yeah, just doing anything we can around here. Also a personality on the Touching Base podcast starring our own David Ruff and Dylan Shivery.
The host of Touching Base.
Co-host. It's a team effort.
What's the rule with
There's
that?
got to be a host. There's
So-
got to be one host.
Does there have to be one? Because I always
so.
feel weird saying, hey, I'm the host of Dudes Doing Business. And when, at the same time, it's like Madison talks just as much, Joe. So it's just, I don't know what the rule is.
To be fair, I probably talk more because I just hijack every conversation.
Yeah.
I respect that.
But I'm over here playing solitaire, so it's cool.
But you frame it up. You're the one that brings it back in. You keep the pace.
I'm a
So you're the
traditional,
host.
Yeah,
I'm a traditional
sometimes
Jason
I hate
Kidd
being
point
the
guard.
person that has to do the intros and everything, and you feel the responsibility when you start going too far from like the topics at hand that you have to rein it in.
There you go.
And
That's
especially,
the host.
the only time I really don't like it's when we're doing our bachelor podcasts because I'm like, man, I don't want to rein this in right now, but we have to cover this part of
But
the
you
Bachelor.
like it, right?
Damn it,
What? Look at you got a cold brew right there too.
it's gone. You're on a cold brew kick.
I had one yesterday afternoon for no other reason than I had nothing to do. It was 4:30. I wasn't going to drink yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get fucking wild.
You can't do that at 4:30 though.
Well, I did it.
No
You
wonder
get-
you didn't sleep.
Yeah, that's probably part of the reason I had a weird night's sleep.
One cold brew has extra caffeine in it, right?
I don't know if it has extra as much as it. There's something
I
about.
believe it's more concentrated.
It's more concentrated.
Doesn't that mean extra?
Nobody knows for sure.
Okay.
They're still doing their research.
Dave likes cold brew so much that he actually is in the middle of brokering a biz dev deal with a local cold brew manufacturer, I guess. Yeah. So
they're a top 5 ready to drink cold brew company.
Dave's just been working this deal on the side for like 2 weeks now, just networking his way to a contact at this budding cold brew company out of Austin.
Some dude just showed up to the office the other day with just racks on racks of cold brew.
So I guess you could say the deal's semi-closed. I don't think we've gotten any money out of it, but
I saw some guy in some comments question my deal closing abilities, and I took personal offense to it. So I was like, I'm just going to go do a deal.
Yeah, it's time to close.
Time to do another deal. So excuse me for dealing.
But Dave, I'm not coming to you as like a coworker. I'm coming to you as a friend. I'm worried about your cold brew intake.
I do no more than 2 a
man's
day.
heart can only take so much.
I have not. Okay, I had one before I went to the gym this morning. So my morning was weird. I got up.
You're gonna
wide
have at
awake
least 2
4.
today, then.
Yeah, no, I will.
You're gonna have another. You're probably gonna have. I think you're gonna have 2 more.
Well, our fridge is fully stocked right now. How can I not?
I think if you're living a healthy lifestyle, you can endure a large amount of caffeine. It's really when you get into the sugary drinks, you just can't do the don't add sugar. Maybe a little organic cream, but don't do like the syrups. But you can do caffeine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I go to a sweetener.
I've been doing
Black all the time.
I've been doing the bold that has like 1 gram of sugar, if that, and it's like 20 calories. I don't know. The one I got you right here that you're
It says
drinking.
50.
It's 50 calories, but anybody's complaining about 50 calories. Like, what?
Yeah,
Dude, if you can't burn 50 calories,
it's
then
like half a mile on the
Just do a lap
treadmill.
around the building.
yeah, go up the stairs at a brisk pace.
I used to be.
Fuck.
I'm straight up. I'm addicted to caffeine. If I don't have some anymore, like I feel sluggish the entire day. It's bad.
Were you like that when you came here?
Yeah.
How did you come here? Why are you here? What's the deal? You're a
started-
Michigan guy, right?
I'm from Michigan.
The
Started my own website in my extra time. Came on as a contributor.
What website was that? Funny or Die? What was it?
It was called, it was Funny or Die. It was called Sunday Scaries. It was a complete non-closer mentality. I'll say that.
It's anti.
When you don't want to go to work the next day, you're not ready to close. So,
It's king beta male material.
but I made it into a closer mentality by building something out of it. How about that? How about that?
Ooh.
So started.
That is interesting.
Started
yeah.
contributing for PGP, and then came down full time.
Well, it was perfectly on brand content for PGP, and Dave recognized that and kind of brokered this deal between Grand X and
That's close
Mr.
number 2 for
deFries.
Dave today.
totally
Yeah.
closed on Will. Got him in house.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get him in house. Like that's a guy I want in the house.
You guys
That's
flirted
exactly
with me
what
on the
Dave
phone
said to
for
me.
like a month, I'd say.
We had a few calls.
I specifically remember being. Obviously, I was familiar with the stuff you were writing remotely for the site, Dave, and I had a conversation with Dave where he's like, "Look, we got to get this guy on the team. He's ideal voice for PGP, and we need him. We need him on the team."
Look where we are now.
Have we done this conversation before? But let's do it again if we have. I don't care. We were legit standing around someone's computer when I was like trying to sell you. I was like, dude, we got to get this guy in. And we like had your Instagram pulled up, and like some of the girls were looking like, oh, he's got a good eye, a good photographic eye, or whatever it's called.
I remember this convo.
And then we got down to like there was a golf pick, and we were like, oh shit, look at his backswing. I was like, this dude plays golf, like clearly.
He goes low.
My swing in photographs, and probably in video too, looks better than what I shoot. I'll say that. That photo of my backswing looks real good though in a photograph.
Yeah, it does.
I will say, I know a picture you're talking about. I was playing Arcadia Bluffs in Michigan. It's in Arcadia, Michigan. And I actually did bomb that drive. It was the perfect swing.
Well, I think it also has a lot to do with your management of your visual brand online.
I mean, yeah, you have to take care of your aesthetic online.
If you look at Will's Instagram, that's not by accident that every photo looks like it's out of fucking Garden and Gun magazine.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
People call me a town and country guy after I was named to their bachelor list. But
Yeah, it's kind of synonymous.
Mhm.
So You got hired basically because of your Instagram.
If you get hired because of your golf swing on your Instagram, you're doing something right.
Look, here, in all honesty, though, if you look around and you see someone's personal brand put together like that, it says a lot about how thoughtful they are about what it is they're doing. If you're going to put that much thought into the management of your personal content, then you're a thinker. You think about shit. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
I had severe concerns probably 6 months before I came down here about what would come up when people Googled me. So I created my own website, which is now, it's gone now. I did not renew the domain name, but it was Will deFries, and I just put up pictures that I thought I would want people to see when they Googled me.
See, that's, you know.
I did not want something else to come up. That
I'm
was
going to
just
look at it.
lame.
I'm going to find that in the Wayback Machine.
No, you actually can't. I have control. I have like taken it down, and I don't think it can be. I don't think it's registered on the Wayback.
If you have
Machine.
photos of willdefries.com, is that what it is?
It's essentially just my Instagram. It was
Okay.
will-defries.com.
If you have photos of that, please send them in. You also take a good photo of someone hitting a golf ball, because you got that photo that's currently just racking up likes on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You took that. That was first try. That was a real drive.
It was scary because I was doing it on Snapchat, and you don't get to do the burst mode there. You have to just do one press of the button.
Yeah. Well, you did
How many
both.
likes you at?
I'm only at like 220 or so.
Only 220.
Well, no, my last couple have been like 3+.
But your rise in likes in the last like calendar year have been insane.
Yeah. No, my wife and her friends, they're all very jealous of my like game.
Mm-hmm.
Your quality over quantity big time on Instagram, though.
Yes, that was the first time I posted in months. I'm shocked that more people didn't get the notification.
I did not get it, but
I
I was
did not
also
get it.
on Instagram when you posted it, so I saw it immediately.
Okay.
I think I would have gotten it. I was a
Of
little
course you
bummed
were.
to see
Well, you
that.
leave it open. You live on that shit.
Yeah, I actually have an extra device that just is always open with Instagram.
So what were you doing as a job prior to
I
coming
worked
on?
for a small retail business that was like probably had in the off season we had probably only 6 full-time employees, and then in the summer we probably doubled that. And I was doing a combination of customer service. I was updating the website with new products, doing marketing emails and marketing materials for everything. And then in the summer, the busier season in northern Michigan, I was helping on like sales floor, customer service, and things like that.
Nice.
While
Just a
also
utility
I was
guy.
also fulfilling orders. I was doing everything.
That's what you do in a small biz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was a grind. It was hard to settle in and get certain things done because you were always trying to like wear different hats, but that's just the way it was.
Hey, look at that.
Look who's
Decided to
here.
show up.
Whoa.
Joe just walked in.
Mid-pod
For those listening.
too. That's fun.
New hat. I like that hat.
We started without you, Joe. Sorry.
That's okay. I didn't get the memo that we were.
Hey, Joe, you seem extra chilled out this morning.
Yeah. Well, just came back from Denver.
You sound great.
Yeah.
You sound you have like liberal voice right now.
Yeah,
you ever
you know,
notice
it's just like-
liberal man voice?
Yeah.
It's like,
You know, there was
yeah,
a protest at the airport when I was getting on my way back, and I kind of joined in for a while.
I mean, I'm just so appalled by the Muslim ban and what it's doing to the integrity of the country.
The company.
Man, that was kind of a good impersonation.
Of liberal man
It was
voice.
liberal man. Dude, I'm liberal man. I'm cuck.
You are the Texas cock.
Texas cuck.
There's somebody on PGP who has an account with you as the avatar that is named Texas Cuck.
It's a parody.
It's a David Ruff parody.
But he doesn't
He's
really
not owning the shtick,
He doesn't
though.
really do my shtick. He just
No.
kind of comments like a
No.
normal person, like he would.
Yeah, he doesn't own the shtick like he needs to.
Yeah.
He's not like the dolphin commenter on PG.
No, the dolphin comments.
who is all in
Fantastic.
on the dolphin shtick.
That's second. He's second to Neved as our best commenters right now.
He gets downvoted every time because he's literally just commenting as a dolphin, but it's hilarious.
I'm sorry that y'all are downvoting him. Y'all need to do the opposite. So, Joe, we got Will deFries here. Will works with us.
Never heard of him.
In media.
Yeah.
He was just explaining what he did for a living before he came here. Why don't you?
But enough about our guest, Will. How was Denver?
How's
Yeah,
Colorado?
we talked about Denver.
Denver's tight. Yeah, that was my first time. That was my first time out there. First time seeing the Rocky Mountains, which just like kind of blew my mind. Just being able to like turn one direction in the city and just see all these giant rocks reaching into the sky. And I may have made a stop at a dispensary because it's allowed and legal, and it's beautiful.
Is it just chaos?
What do you mean?
Like, is everybody just stoned out of their minds?
I don't know if everybody's stoned out of their minds, but I will say, like, just driving down the street or walking from one place to another, like, you get hit with that weed smell. It just hits you in the face. You're like, oh yeah, that's cool here. And it's kind of a good feeling.
I was talking to Bennett Leader, our head of product on the tech team, and he was saying after a Denver trip that the most like obvious sign to him was being in the Denver airport and seeing people that had obviously eaten way too many edibles and were just lost, just aimlessly wandering.
It's a big airport
too.
Wow, that sounds terrible. That sounds like the worst place to be on edibles.
At an airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like dogs walking around.
Unless you have a guide, unless you have a sober guide, that's just like
surely
telling you where to go.
what happens in those scenarios is people are just like, oh shit, I bought $70 worth of edibles for my Denver trip. I've still got a couple left. I'm not comfortable smuggling them in my baggage, so they just kind of munch them down to cut their losses.
Yeah, they don't want to throw them away. They feel guilty about it.
Yeah, I read an article that it's like rental car companies, like they find like 5 or 6 times a day for like your average rental car company just finds weed in the car that people just left.
That makes sense. I bet hotel rooms too. The cleanup crews are probably just.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be.
Yeah.
Little do they know that the TSA is not a drug enforcement agency, like even a little bit. Those are not drug dogs, those are bomb dogs.
Okay, that's good to know.
They actually will not look for weed.
Ooh, I like this. Smuggling 101.
So if I mean, I obviously didn't do that because it's illegal and I have a moral code to uphold. But the TSA, they're looking for terrorism, not like, a 30-pack of gummies that just give you a couple good hours.
That is. I hope that's accurate for all of our listeners because
I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice.
So if you smuggle
here,
gummies,
so it's fine.
Dave, you want to weigh in on this?
Nope. I do not do criminal law for a reason.
But if you get caught at TSA with gummies and you get arrested, just come find Joe on Twitter. We're at Joe Nullet.
At Joe Nullet, yeah. But you can't get arrested because it's not illegal there.
But isn't the airport some like
It's
neutral zone?
It's illegal in the airport, but the max fine is $150.
Is that right?
And they throw it away. I mean, I think in the history of Denver Airport, I did a lot of research on this, which is kind of surprising because I did not do it. I did not smuggle drugs through the airport. I just cannot emphasize that.
I don't even believe you for 1 second.
We believe you, man. Yeah, sure, okay.
But I did a lot of research on it, and like one person has ever actually been arrested trying to do this, and he had like a pound of actual leafy greens.
A pound
or something like
Come
that.
on. We just lost Madison.
Yeah, I don't know. Madison just ran out of the room.
He's looking for like gummies or something.
Tell you what, let's regroup. Let's toss it over to some other podcasts. We're gonna go do what we got to do. We're gonna go through Joe's goodie bag over there, and we'll be back.
Goodie bag.
We're going to be really stoned when we come back.
Hello, I'm Ross Bullen, and I'm here to tell you about our sports podcast called Backdoor Cover, hosted by myself and Dylan Chivalry.
What's up, Billy?
How you doing, Dylan?
Fantastic.
Great. If you like sports or you have a gambling problem of some kind, we are probably the podcast for you. Again, the name is Backdoor Cover. We're on iTunes and SoundCloud. Every week we talk about the biggest stories in sports, pick some games. We talk about life.
We just have a lot of fucking fun.
We do. We have a great time. Hit us up, Backdoor Cover.
You're sitting at your desk. You're bored. You're combing through spreadsheets wondering how the hell you're supposed to distract yourself. You know what the answer is to that? The Touching Base podcast.
You got time to kill, baby. Kill it with us, Touching Base. Just give us a shot to earn your business. I promise we will not let you down. Thank you.
Subscribe on iTunes.
Hey, so speaking of drugs,
Flawless.
Crush that.
there was we did a Twitter prompt this morning to get some questions, and this isn't a question, it's more of a statement, but I think it's a great topic of discussion. So guy on Twitter whose name is Frat Teacher,
Oh, this guy.
TFM.
and I think his avatar is Jimmy Tatro from his classic
West Coast.
West Coast frat guy sketch, which if you're lost, go dive into the archives of TFM,
We could talk about him.
totalfraternity.com, and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
For himself.
Anyway, his tweet says, at Will deFries, you live a lifestyle similar to a successful Coke dealer, but you're actually a sock-shaped blogger. Hashtag this is 2017.
That's the beauty of 2017. I mean, to put it in perspective, I was bummed. I was like, in a way, in my mind today, I was like, well, shit, I'm going to be on Dudes Doing Business. I have to wear real pants to work today. I was like, I can't wear joggers right now.
You could totally wear joggers.
That's true. I just felt like I needed to put on some real pants.
We 100% support athleisure on Dudes Doing Business.
I wear joggers probably 3 times a week to work. So Dave calls them pajamas.
Will you do the Outdoor Voices Weekender
Mm-hmm.
joggers? They're like $100, but they are worth every penny. I haven't worn them. I only wear them on the weekends.
The cost,
Well, it's because they're called
cost
the
per
Weekender,
wear.
right?
Yeah, they're weekend.
Yeah.
Weekday.
The unfortunate thing about my beard on the photo that you used for the promo today is that I did look like a Coke dealer in Mexico when I was there
Well,
for
that
Christmas.
picture in particular, that is a great picture.
Yeah,
Really big.
I actually wasn't. The unfortunate thing, this is pulling back the curtain. I actually wasn't even drinking pina coladas in that picture.
Oh,
There were
it's
other-
so obvious that is 100% staged.
Yeah, no, it was actually. I was actually working in that position with sunglasses on, like on my laptop, and other people were drinking painkillers, and I was like, all right, I need to respond to this tweet. So I asked for people to bring me.
My
It's a
assumption.
great vacation beverage, by the way, the painkiller.
It's great. It sets you on a dangerous path, though.
Yes,
They're
it does.
strong.
What is the painkiller again? Exactly, it's the
It's a rum-based beverage, correct?
rum, creme de cacao, coconut cream, whatever, and then I think pineapple juice. Toss some nutmeg on top of that. They're
Nutmeg,
they're
huh.
dangerous.
There's also the pina colada / strawberry daiquiri, which is the Miami Vice, right?
Miami Vice.
Miami
Yeah.
Vice is incredible.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
There we go. There's the
That's my
painkiller.
go-to. If you've got a swim-up bar, I'm
Mhm.
going to get a Miami Vice.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
It's
That's a Vegas drink if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah, it's amazing how having a cool name can make it like manly enough to not feel awkward ordering.
Yeah.
Give me a painkiller, please.
Yeah, painkiller.
Painkiller,
All right.
Miami Vice. Yeah, it just sounds cool, but it's like the fruitiest drink. you know,
Yeah.
high in sugar.
Oh, God.
I do respect that. Like as far as tropical drinks go, James Bond ordered I think he got a Mount Gay and soda in Casino Royale in the scene where he's playing poker in the Bahamas. It's also a great drink.
You've got to be very confident in your manhood to order a Mount Gay.
That's classic stuff, though.
It's good.
It's good
It is
rum.
Do you want to do this guy's 350-word question?
Do we have time?
Well, by the end of the question, it just says "Thanks, David." So I think you're the only one that's allowed to answer it.
Well,
Thanks,
is it?
David.
I think it's from David.
Oh, it's from David.
oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't think he's thanking me per se. Big fan of the podcast. Here's my question. I'm a college student who over the summer worked on a political campaign. Humble brag. The guy who I worked for won the election and is now in office. It was a relatively large-scale operation with over 50 interns in just one of the several offices we had. At a meet-and-greet fundraiser that I staffed, he mentioned to me that he had heard, quote, nothing but great things of the job I was doing. How do I go about sending this guy a letter asking him for an internship for his office without literally asking him for an internship? What should I say? What shouldn't I say? Etc. How do I close this deal? Thanks, David. Well, here's what I would do. I would literally write him a letter asking for an internship
Well, yeah,
in
what's-
his
what's-
office.
what-
I don't
what-
see what the problem is.
Yeah.
It's not taboo.
Yeah, giving someone an internship's not like giving them a
What?
fucking career.
A
like,
career, okay.
Yeah, like you're just it's an internship.
Yeah, you got to be
that's-
direct.
Yeah,
Can't
you,
beat around the bush on this one.
if you really staffed a fundraiser, like you had some real responsibility. So this guy knows, and he clearly knows who you are, knows you did an exceptional job. Like he's probably going to want to hear from you.
I do understand the anxiety about,
He's
like,
a kid. He's
yeah,
a kid.
young, and it's you just don't know. You don't know how you're supposed to approach it. But the answer is you're just direct with it. I mean, don't be like too self-assuming. Is that the right word? Like just be kind of humble in the request and let them know that you're going to kick ass.
Say you enjoyed it. Remind him of what you did, your responsibilities, because I'm sure he has a lot of interns that he deals with on a day-to-day basis. But just be like, look, I think I can contribute more, and I would love to intern for your your political thing that you do.
Just throw it out there.
I worked for a senator, the great Kay Bailey Hutchison. I worked for her for a couple years in college. And that's really all I got on that. I just wanted to throw that out there so people
Humble
knew
brag.
my diversity. Yeah, that is a humble brag.
Well, yeah, you were a poli-sci major, right?
Poli-sci, so it just kind of fit.
Where's your lab coat?
It's in building 1. Oh yeah, you're a poli-sci guy.
No, that's Jake.
Oh, that's
English.
Jake.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm English.
Oh yeah, even better.
Yeah,
Even more useful.
the language I speak.
Yeah, no, at least you got that. I don't do that much science with my politics anymore. Let's read another one. Oh, bless you, Micah. Off mic sneeze there. Why don't you scroll up there so I can read it?
Thanks, Micah.
So I can see it. You know what I'm saying? How did you guys control rapid growth at Grand X over short time span? Manage my family's manufacturing business and growth rate is exploding and we are adding new customers. Constant fear is that we will grow too quickly and disappoint our customers and lose the business. Keep on killing it with the podcast. Love the recent ones from DDB and the Grand X guys that are on the sales and brand side instead of the content guys. Thanks. Well, sorry.
Serious shade.
Shit, we disappointed.
Yeah, I'll
him.
go fuck myself. Cool.
Yeah, why don't you just get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, that guy's gonna complain about this podcast.
I think what he's trying to say is he enjoys getting
the other
people
the other
from the
side.
other side of the business. Not that he doesn't enjoy the ramblings of Will deFries.
No, I hate this guy now.
You podcast in all lowercase too.
Yeah,
Look, it's all part of the same system,
it's true.
right?
It's all about maintaining the system.
So what about his question?
Yeah,
It's more of a Madison question.
So, honestly, I think that this is a common issue that any company that's fast growing deals with, and I think that there's a mentality accentuated by everything that's happened in Silicon Valley over the last 20 years, where everybody that's building a company thinks that they need to grow as fast as like humanly possible, and that if you're not growing at like triple digit rates year over year, then you're not doing it right. But honestly, like we've grown ridiculously fast over the last 6.5 years, and we've run into a number of issues because of it, because when you're growing that fast, it's just impossible to ensure that every system and process is built in a way that's scalable, or and oftentimes you'll just have oversights in certain areas because there's so much going on and there's so much you're focusing on. I think the biggest thing I've learned in battling through some of these things is that the goal is controlled growth, even if that means that you're going to grow a little bit slower. You just want to make sure that you're not pushing things as hard as humanly possible, just purely for growth's sake. Like grow smarter, not faster, I guess is a good way to put it.
That was my mantra growing up. What were you going to say, Will?
Well, I mean, all my business savvy comes from what I've learned from the sharks on Shark Tank, and this is a common issue that people have. They're looking for investments so they can fulfill the orders that they have.
Well, it depends on what type of business. I mean, the reason that some of these the reason that like Tinder can grow at 1,000% month over month is because it's a fucking app that has this crazy like social network effect, and it's completely digital tech based, where there's no inventory, there's not really a lot of infrastructure. Or Instagram's a better example. That's something that everyone's very familiar with. So Instagram was purchased by Facebook for reportedly over $1 billion, and I want to say, I'm just guessing here. I want to say they were only like, Micah, how old were they when they were not very old when they got bought by Facebook. So and they grew tremendously with like 10 people on their team, because once like the core of the application was built, they're, let's see, what does it say?
13-person startup.
18 months old, and
Love that deal.
300 million cash, the rest in Facebook stock.
That's
Daddy,
Daddy like that deal.
So
Holy shit.
Which means that 600 million in Facebook stock from 2012 has probably like quadrupled.
700 million, but
700.
Math.
Yeah. What did I say?
600.
I meant 700.
I got you.
Obviously. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
there are
like
13 people working for him.
and
on top of that, they didn't try to monetize because they have so much fucking money and can do whatever they want. They didn't even have Instagram ads for like a year or two. They weren't even monetizing that. They're just like, here are all these users. Like, let's nurture them, make them, enhance the app in ways we can. Don't try to take it in some crazy direction.
Exactly.
And now they're inching out, the advertising spots.
And that's really that Silicon Valley game is your valuation is either based on your user growth or it's based on your revenue and profitability growth. And most of the time, particularly for early stage tech companies, it's user growth.
It's all hypothetical dollars.
Right. It's saying, our users are growing at, X crazy percentage year over year or month over month. And when we decide to monetize these users, we'll be able to monetize them at X amount per user. And by that time, we're going to have 5,000 billion users, whatever it is.
Often,
That's a lot. That's considering the population.
Often,
of the
though,
world,
they
that's a lot
don't.
of users.
Mm-hmm. It seems pretty often, especially in those buzzing apps and stuff. They're like, they don't actually know how they're going to monetize those users yet. They're still like,
right. And
we have this many users, and we'll figure it out eventually.
And when you build something like Facebook or Instagram, that makes sense. But the problem is, for every Instagram or Facebook, there is 5,000 billion apps that are not gonna work out. So it's like but the problem. So this guy's in manufacturing. I don't know what that means, but
he manufactures.
In general, that
Micah, can you Google that for?
Can you define manufacturing?
But I don't know what that means specifically, but generally, I'm assuming that this guy is dealing with lots of physical inventory, which is a very difficult thing to scale rapidly.
Yeah, this guy should start an Instagram instead.
Yeah, manufacture an app with hypothetical dollars. That's how you grow.
Boom. But anyway, yeah, I think controlling that growth and just making sure that the infrastructure that is responsible for keeping tabs on everything, particularly on the inventory side, is going to be key. And if that means that you need to scale back a little bit on your growth expectations and focus on building that foundation, I would recommend that.
Speaking of infrastructure, let's talk about my bookie.
Flawless, dude. You keep getting better at these.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because my confidence is at an all-time high. Because right now, if you use the promo code BIZ, mybookie.ag, they'll match up to 50%.
What
of what you put in?
50%?
Yeah, 50%.
50% return. That's how we scale right there.
That's a great deal, because here's how it works: you play, you win, and then you get paid. That's how it works on my bookie. They've got.
Does
you
it
can
matter
gamble
if you're
on
an
the
expert
big,
or a rookie though?
No, it doesn't, and that's another thing I love about it. This is good. Here's the thing: you got big games coming up. I'm not going to say which ones, but you know which ones. There's some big games coming up. You can get some action on that, or
games, some say.
Or if you're just a card guy, you can go do some card games at a card table, a virtual card table with a real dealer who you can look at and you can chat with.
So it's not virtual.
Correct. Just making sure everybody's paying attention. I guess it's technically not.
It's a virtual game, but
yeah,
you're playing with a real life dealer.
Right. That's a better way to put it. That's why
It's
with real cards.
Yeah.
virtual reality. No, that's not right.
No.
You're virtually connected to
Reality.
a dealer.
It's a cam girl who's a dealer.
Yeah, we've put it like that before.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But yeah, so remember, use promo code BIZ. That's Biz, and expert or rookie, my bookie. Enjoy my bookie. Is how it goes.
Don't be a
Micah
wussy.
said, Micah, we already tossed it. Micah wants me to toss it again. What the fuck? All right, toss it.
Hey, Dudes Doing Business fans. Do you want to listen to a podcast that's co-hosted by a guy who recently was unemployed?
Of course you do.
We've got that for you because our new co-host is the recently rehired Dan Regester.
Straight out of the soup kitchen. Riches to rags, richest stories abound, aplenty.
Come listen to the Inside TFM podcast.
It's a better comeback story than Jesus.
Every week, listen and subscribe on iTunes.
Okay, Will, while we got you here,
What's up?
let's talk. What are your business resolutions for 2017? Tell us that.
Fuck, that's tough.
Well, come up with something.
I
we're
was
doing
not
it live,
prepared for
baby.
this. Like I
Yeah,
said,
they did
my
this-
business savvy really only comes from Shark Tank. So as long as they keep pumping out new episodes, I'll keep learning.
So
Watch more Shark Tank.
more Shark Tank.
Watch more Shark Tank.
So question dodged. Where are you going on vacation next?
Yeah, what's next?
That's the fucked up part. I don't even have anything planned right now. It's awful.
I don't either, man.
No, it's terrible. Every wedding I'm going to that I can't even take time off for because they're all local.
Because you don't have any PTO left?
Yeah, I drained it. I drained it.
I got a bachelor party. I'm the best man for my buddy Norris.
Norris is getting
Norris is
married.
getting married, and I'm the best man.
Where's the bachelor party?
I think we're gonna do Lake Charles. We're gonna do one of the casino
Nice.
Hey,
resorts.
can you
there.
give me an invite to that? That sounds really fun.
It's gonna be really ridiculous. I could probably.
Let's
get you
just
in.
set up a side trip and just be, oh hey, what's up guys?
We're playing golf. Gonna do, it's gonna have the swim up bar. They got a hell of a lazy river. I think we're either doing, obviously we're gonna do either LeBear's or Golden Nugget.
Man.
There you
I've
go.
been to both. They're both fun.
Yeah, just let us know where it's going to be, and then
Yeah, I
we're
will.
going to organize, like Will said, a side
Just
trip.
do a side trip
We-
and show up.
Yeah, that'll be one where I need to take off Monday.
I got
So,
I got my first groomsman experience coming up too. My friends are all finally getting married. He's thinking Kentucky Derby bachelor
Oh,
party.
shit.
That's
that'll
on
be
my
fun.
tier of bachelor party destinations.
Oh yeah, didn't you write that?
I talked about it somewhere I know, but that's definitely one of the bachelor party destinations that you have to
Yeah,
think
I'm
about.
I'm actually scared for my life.
Will, you've been right?
Oh, I've been to I think 4 derbies at this point.
Good God!
Wow.
They're awesome. It's the
Wow.
best day of the year.
Fuck.
That's a takeoff Monday, maybe even Tuesday time.
Yeah. Oh, I will not.
We
no.
need to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, it's an incredible experience because they have, if you go to the Derby on Friday, they've got it's not the Derby, it's the Oaks. It's a different race for,
Diet Derby.
yeah, it's Diet Derby, but it's still very amped up. And then they keep the bars open all night in Louisville that weekend. And so you can literally stay out until the sun comes up and just roll straight into Derby.
I don't think that's the move, though.
That's what you tell yourself, but then you get caught up in the excitement and you're up until like 5 a.m, and then all of a sudden you're waking up at 8 o'clock after 3 hours of sleep and you have to put on clothes and go to the Derby again.
Do you think you could handle that at this point, Dave?
I could do maybe one day.
I don't think I could do
All-nighter,
the
dude?
all-nighter roll into the next day of day drinking. It's sad to say, but
No,
I
I-
don't
you
think
know-
I don't think I could do it.
No, I really, now that I
It's
think
not-
about it,
It's
It
not
would-
worth it.
It would
There's no
destroy
way.
me for a week.
yeah, I would be miserable. I wouldn't be having fun. I would be a bad drunk. I'd be the tired drunk guy.
Not worth
You'd
it.
be so tired you can't even get drunk again.
I need 5 hours sleep. I need a 5 hour. I can deal with like the wake up. I'm still kind of drunk, and let's just go do brunch and let's keep this thing going. But 2-3 hours sleep, man.
No.
I'm gonna look like.
That's not sleep.
Mm-mm.
Remember Wes Welker at the Derby a few years back? Won all that money, allegedly on Molly.
Oh, he popped a Molly for sure.
Good for him.
I don't think that was allegedly. I think that wasn't that confirmed somewhere?
How would you even confirm that?
I don't know.
It's not like he admitted it.
I got confused. I was thinking of Wes Walker too.
Okay.
Noted guest on Touching Base.
The
podcast.
best guest in Grand X podcast history. Him and don't forget
Yeah,
Dill.
shouts to Dill.
Dill's the real star of that show.
Speaking of Dill, I just got a text message from Dylan Shivery.
Oh yeah, didn't he have like the butt flu?
He said he's been throwing up since 1 a.m.
Oh fuck.
Drag.
Yeah,
Damn, that
Yeah.
sucks.
That's not the
feel
move.
bad for him.
Is it just throw up or is it full body explosion?
I haven't asked.
Both
yet.
ends is never a fun time.
We need to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So get a
last
video.
Monday
For the
I was-
transparency purposes, we need to know where it's coming out.
Here's what's going on.
People love the transparency.
Mhm. Yeah, so to answer your question, I don't really have any business goals this year. I don't know, just shake hands, see where things go, you know?
I like that.
We need to top the growth of PGP after last year, which is going to be a tall order.
We will.
We're going to do it, though.
Oh, I think it's doable.
It's definitely doable.
Yeah.
We got a hot start 2017.
And you know what? And not just a focus on scale, but I think deepening engagement. That's the key, and it's happening.
All I'm saying is that I checked the stats of last week on postgrad problems, and the commenting has gone up an insane amount since our engagement initiative was put into play.
It's awesome.
That's called a business
We
win.
had
We
numerous
just pulled
writers.
back the curtain
We had
for y'all.
numerous writers last week that probably set records on comments.
Wow. That's all I got to say.
That's big.
Thousands of
huge.
comments on the site
Love
last
that.
week.
Huge.
It's magic happening.
You know what? This should transition right into some hot new user reviews
Listener.
and listeners.
Yeah, we've ever since we started reading these, we've had a couple good ones start rolling in. We're up to 89 reviews. Love to see us hit 100.
Yeah, we're looking to hit 3 dig. very
Century
soon.
Club's something you want to be a part of.
Yes.
5 stars only, though. Get that shit out of here. If you don't like the podcast, don't listen. Don't review it, please.
Leave.
Yeah, so this is a personal favorite of mine. I think I read it to a couple of you guys, but this is by Rupert Boneham. Subject is a great cast. Dudes Doing Business is brought to you by business executive Michael Weiner, nephew of the famed Weiner. Sorry.
Wiener.
Okay. It just flowed better. Dudes Doing Business is brought to you by business executive Micah Weiner, nephew of the famed deal closer Anthony Weiner. Micah brings the fire content in consultation with Madison, Dave, and Joe, his up-and-coming proteges. DDB is best described as the propaganda arm of DCO Nation and is the sole reason why I cannot stop closing deals. Also, wedding hashtag nuptial, as in a play on nuptial. You're welcome in advance. So, great review. Thank you guys for all the wedding hashtags you've sent me, but none of you won.
That hashtag was the worst one I've seen for your wedding yet.
Nullichal?
Yeah.
Nullichal is
Nullichal.
not good.
No,
Let's
it's
Let's not
a
roast
good
this
one.
guy who just praised
Yeah,
us.
no,
No,
thank
Hey,
you.
you
like
can't
you.
take that back.
Well, he praised Micah.
He already
to be
reviewed it
fair.
once. He can't go back.
He was trying to be creative.
Yeah, my mom actually had the hashtag I think we're going to go with. It's hashtag happy and we null it. Get it?
That's a great. What was she
Party
gets a
and Null
Man
shit was
Outfitters
still
gift
my
card?
favorite.
I'm not going to buy my mom a Man Outfitters gift card. What?
Yeah.
She's got no worth.
Why?
Yeah.
She'll spend it on you for some holiday.
Okay, if she
Your groomsman. She'll buy you groomsman gifts.
That's true. All right, well, Mom, if you actually listen to my podcast and call me out on this, I'll buy you a Man Outfitters gift card because I don't think she knows that was even an offer. I still wish Party and Null shit was gonna be a thing, but
That got my vote.
I think that'll just have to stick to the bachelor
Yeah, I
party.
like that one. You can do multiple hashtags if you want. No one says you can't.
What was yours, Dave?
What was it?
Oh, We Dem Roughs.
Oh yeah, Weed'em
Weed'em
Ruffs.
Ruffs.
God, that's so
That's
good.
good.
I'm so old that I got married pre-wedding hashtags.
Nerd.
Even existed.
Shit. Well,
All right,
What a
well,
piece of shit.
Even though you're older than me, Dave.
I know.
all right,
You were married like a year out of college, right?
No. Yeah.
all right. 2 more. This is by Rob's Prolapse Dirt Hole. 10 out of 10, life altering. This show is advertised and disguised to seem like a new age business podcast, but it's really an audio portal into the 90s guided by 2 men young enough to not be considered too old who are desperate to get back to that era. I forgot I existed, I guess. But
I don't know, maybe one of those 2 guys is you.
maybe, I don't know. I'm just assuming because you guys are old. And okay, one more, and this is the only sub 5-star review I'm ever gonna read on this. Please don't leave a sub 5-star review and expect
Yeah.
it to get read.
If you have criticisms, email us.
Or leave them in a 5-star
Yeah,
review.
leave the
Or leave
5-star
them in
and
a
then
Like
put
the
your
guy who
criticism.
said to mute me and still gave us 5 stars.
That was
Like,
very nice of him.
you see, like, we live and die by
Or
these
the guy that
stars.
said that I say like way too many times and it's distracting.
Yeah,
It's
you just
2017. That's what
we're
we all
supposed
do.
to electrocute you when that
I
happens,
appreciate
right?
him calling me out because now I'm extra cognizant of it, and I'm gonna try to not say it.
I was really hoping you were going to say like when you were trying to
So-
explain.
Okay, so this is by Milk Killer, whatever that means. He gave us 2 stars, and subject was all going fine until ... These guys all used to rollerblade. They don't tell you that until you subscribe.
Okay.
How is that?
Here's
He didn't
the deal.
listen closely
Here's
enough.
here's the deal. I never fucking rollerbladed.
It was just blade.
I skateboarded,
Yeah, you were cool.
Way to go, Milk Killer.
Yeah.
and
So
skateboarding's fucking cool. So
if you didn't have a skater
You can
phase,
fuck
like,
the
you
right
weren't-
off- fuck
you weren't
right
doing
off.
anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't respect that review. That's the one review I think I don't respect. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, did Micah just kick the camera out?
Damn it, Micah.
But
But yeah, leave us some more.
I did both. I was better at blading, as most people are, because it's easier. But I did both, so don't pigeonhole me.
Did you own
just a
soaps?
blader. No.
He must
Never
have
owned
listened to
soap.
the Brad Key episode where
Yeah.
we went in hard on blading because
Yeah, we did.
his name was
I was
actually, his
always
nickname was
more of a
actually Blade.
Heelys guy. You know, just like
Did you have Heelys?
no, I never had Heelys.
I had a buddy who had Heelys. They were
You want to know
hilarious.
a real business story that one day this video will surface? I think we actually have it at my parents' house. So we had to do an invention thing in like 6th grade. And my buddy, who actually is getting married, I just referenced I'm the best man, Norris. We were partners. We invented, this is before soap shoes, we invented some shoes that had a grind plate on them from rollerblades that you could run around. And it was basically that we invented them before they came
So
out.
you invented soaps.
Yeah, we called them Republic Xenons. We tried to make it like a
Okay.
super skater name. So like we had Republic, we stole Republic because there was a skater brand called Senate that we were copying, and then Xenon. I think there was like a K2 or there was like a some rollerblade that was like a Xenon or some element, and essentially we made the soap shoes. They were like a Converse low top with a grind
With
plate
grind
on them.
plate.
That you
Wait,
could run
so-
around and grind on.
Soaps are the shoes that have the wheels on them.
No.
No.
What are
Soaps have the
soaps?
grind. You can grind.
Heelys
like
have the
rails.
wheels in the heel, and then soaps have the grind plate on the arch of your foot.
Okay, so you could do extreme walking.
I think there are also ones
Yeah.
that have
I remember
two
the soaps now.
wheels.
So our grind plates were metal, and our floors at Byrd Junior High, shout out Duncanville, Texas, were linoleum. You know, like the real slick or whatever.
Mhm.
And it ramped down, ramped down, and we would run, and you could slide on the grind plate down the floor. It was tight.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, we were total dorks though.
We are gonna totally get another 2-star review for
Yeah,
going.
I don't.
My cousin was dating a soaps rep at their peak, and I've never been more in awe of the dude before. I was like, "You are the coolest guy I've ever seen."
What's he doing now?
I don't even want to know.
I imagine this guy who gave the review is probably he's probably like a TFM purist. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
like a guy that is super to a T Southern frat guy.
He won't acknowledge his past. Like
Right.
he won't acknowledge that he probably had a Haro with pegs.
He pretends that his parents are some fucking American aristocrats and that they've been dressing him like in polo shirts since he
He's
was
probably
2.
old money.
Yeah, he's probably got old money. Probably sitting on a trust
He's
fund.
probably suppressing something like his dad wouldn't buy him a skateboard or something.
Yeah,
That
sorry
he's
your
just
dad
pissed
wouldn't
off
buy you
about it.
K2 fatties, bro.
His dad owns a dealership, but it's like a Subaru one.
But even like you don't have to be an extreme blader to like still blade. I didn't actually own. This is a confession. I didn't actually own any hardcore. What are they called?
Aggressive skates.
Aggressive skates. Yeah, I only owned regular blades that I used to play street hockey with.
If your skates had a brake on them,
Mm.
yeah, dude, no.
I took the brakes off of mine for
Okay.
street hockey.
Street hockey.
I played inline hockey
That's
for a
hard.
while.
Yeah.
Just a side note: if you haven't heard Bill Burr's bit on rollerblades, go Google it. It's fucking hilarious.
He's got a great podcast.
You know who else has a great podcast? Joe Rogan.
I was gonna say Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he does. I'm in
Yeah.
the middle of Dan Carlin's hardcore history. It's what he calls a blitz podcast, as we might call it party podcast, but it's about it's about the development of nuclear weapons, and it's scary as hell, but it's fascinating as all of his are.
Which is a podcast you discovered through
Joe Rogan.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what I
It's
assumed.
he recommended it. And
Well, it all goes back to Rogan.
it all does. That was the first podcast I ever got into.
It's all connected to the source.
It's all connected, dude. He's our nucleus. I think speaking of podcasts, we good? I think we can wrap that. I feel good about it.
Feels all right. We didn't get to do my passed on pitch of the week.
Oh, do you got one? You want
I'm gonna save it.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
tease
save
it.
it when we have some more time. But
give it a tease?
I'm gonna give it a tease. It involves the Russians. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I remember.
Very
okay.
topical.
I know. I remember this.
It was actually topic way before all this Russian stuff was going on, and I was actually like very ahead of the curve.
This was like 6 months, 7 months ago.
Something like that. Yeah, it all blends together. But yeah, it's about Russian hacking really at its core. So we'll talk about it next week, but I'm really excited about that one.
Cliffhanger.
Will, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me username Will deFries on both Twitter and Instagram. Everything else is in the bio.
Huh. Madison, what about you?
It's Madison Wickham on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Fantastic stuff. Joe?
Joe Nullet on Twitter, JP Nullet on Instagram. Holler.
I'm Dave, at DCarterRuff on Snap, at DCarterRuff on Twitter, at DCRuff on Instagram. Just posted one yesterday. Why don't we get me over the 300 hump? How about that? Hit me with a like if you haven't. And as always, respect this network. Hit me on LinkedIn. Dude, I think I'm over like 1,200 now. I just added a 4-star, consensus 4-star last night. So things are looking good for the upcoming season.
That's big.
It is very big. Hey, subscribe, iTunes, SoundCloud, 5 stars. Hit us with a review. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.